team, and welcome back to Anno 1800 on PS5 console. This is my Sandbox Advanced season. Right, where were we? Well, let's do a little bit of an island check because some things have changed. I said they would change, and they have changed. So this is Remidei, and Remidei is currently running at a minor loss, but it has been running at a steady profit. I'll talk about why I think that's the case shortly. And here's where we are in terms of production. We're short a bit on timber, which isn't the end of the world, and I can probably get that in from somewhere else. So we probably don't need to worry about that so much. We're not making clay bricks anymore. We're bringing in beer. We've got enough beef. We have a slight shortage of sugar cane, which is new. That wasn't true a while ago. Um, Rum is good. It's probably because maybe well, it doesn't matter. We're doing well with the cotton side of things. We're doing well with gold. We now have chocolate on the island. We didn't have. Don't know if you know that, but we didn't have, but we do now. I say we do now. We're obviously what are we paused? We're waiting on something. The chocolate factory probably produces more than these guys can feed it with. I don't know. Bombins. This is new. Bombins. We were doing fine. Now we're not doing fine. We're doing fine for fish oil now. We're doing fine for plantains. We're doing fine for fried plantains, and we were doing okay for poncho darners. I don't know why this has changed. It's funny how these things change. It's all a bit weird. Maybe they're on the cusp and then you get extra people. I'm not really sure. So poncho darners is one of those things that really cost you a lot of money. So let's get one of them in here. Fit in there. So we'll get a poncho darner in there because that's unnecessary. And sugar cane, sugar cane, sugar cane. Um, that's a sugarcane crop. Sugarcane might fit in there, but it would probably be a little bit short. Let's give it a try. 128. I mean, we'll get something, right? I mean, we might not get the full 128, but we'll get a fair amount. If it these drag and drop things drive me crazy for some reason. Oh no, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There's 126 and 2 left over. So there you go. So let's have a look at this production again. Poncho donors now look fine. Corn and everything looks fine. Can't do anything about the bomb bins just about now, but that's okay. And sorry, sugarcane, 16 and 16, 14, 25. So that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Running at a slight loss, not a drama. I mean, we can always perhaps change it a little bit by promoting a few people. But we're running close. You know, 27. Some people get sick or whatever happens. There's not really a lot of space to add some people in. I could add some more people in there. This does impact your balance a little bit because obviously then they want things like ponchos and plantains and rad. But we'll add in some more anyway because that does help. And we'll give them a road.
The non-aggression pact has ended.
Oh, I hope he doesn't think he's going to start a war. Finances, so they'll pick up because my journal arrows will pick up. Oh, my DualSense battery is running low. That's what happens when you've been playing for 2 hours and swap to the other controller. Right, so back again. Right, here we are, and like I was saying, I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good in terms of storage-wise and everything else that they have. You know, they've got enough fish oil, they've got enough plantains. We don't have an overabundance of cloth because we're selling it. We're getting rid of a lot of rum, so we're really running out of a lot of rum. Do these guys actually need rum?
Revolution bore fruit.
They do, so I need to be careful with that because the rum that I'm taking from here also affects my people. So we're in Remidei, and the cruiser meter to Remidei doesn't need to be so high anymore. So we'll take that down to 25, and that will help solve at least some of that problem, which is interesting because that vessel seems to have an issue. And the rum to Hanbaringa, we'll take that down to 15 for now, because that's not appropriate either, because we are just spanking poor old cruiser meter for rum left, right and center. We'll take that down to about 35. This is what I've spent the last 2 hours doing. Balancing things, and it's never balanced. It's always changing. It's always changing. So I mean, that's the thing. You have to keep on top of these things and keep checking it. So you're perpetually going round and round in circles, checking things. I think I want to increase this buy when under 150. No, that's fine. Keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. And look, we're very short on tortillas as well, because I changed the balance of the trade in tortillas from here. So we're only taking 25, so where's the rest of it going? No, wait a minute, what's this one? 15. Oh, okay, so we're only taking 40, which this doesn't seem like a lot. Why are you so low on tortillas exactly? Because I don't really have much space to make much more, to be honest. So that is going to be a little bit of a problemo. That's what that is going to be. I might just, in that case, I might just completely delete that route. So which boat was that? The Axum 2. They're both idle, and they're both carrying those. Where are you? Where are you? Select and jump to ship. Why is my menu not working? Honestly. Jump to ship. Where are you? What are you?
Stations.
What are you? Okay. There you go. That solves that issue.
Coordinates
Right, now
plotted.
then. Where's the other one? Jump to ship. The oyster catcher, the frigate. No, that what? What? Idle? If you're idle, where the heck are you going?
First class.
Where are you going? If you are idle.
Halyard, sheets, and braces.
I don't know what that's about.
I'm sure there is more we can do.
I'm sure there is. Right, over here on this island, though, let's see now. We are financially in the black. So this is fine. Balanced out in the new world, we're in the positive. There's one island not making so great. It needs a little bit of tweaking, and this island's doing fine. This island's producing our oil. That's not the oil. That's the oil. 648. 700 is a max load. We'll have a look at the oil routes in a minute, but that's doing fine just basically off one of these. I've got these other ones set up, and maybe we will need them, but we haven't needed them for now. You will also possibly remember I've changed some things around here, and the same at Cruiser Media, and we'll go and have a look at Remidei as well, which has significantly changed as well. So, I mean, all I basically did was I had to look at the people, and I had to look at what their needs were, and I went through and balanced them out and said, well, you know, what do you really need in terms of production? And I went through the production chains and said, well, you know, what of these items here do you need, and how many are you making? So that I went through and said, well, that's fine. That is what it is. You know, and these are things that we need to get in from elsewhere, but this is fine. This is fine. We're making more than we need of that. That's fine. We're now making enough of that, which is all fine. So these are all nicely balanced out. There's no over excess. This one's interesting. This is now again, I had this balanced and it's changed again. Um, so that's very interesting. I think it changes with perhaps population. So I need a couple of poncho darners. So I need to find a little spot. There's one. Let's see, because I think one maybe does it. Yeah, so that's sorted that out because now we're short some alpacas. So I'll need to make another alpaca farm, which is fine. They can come out here. They're a bit of a jigger to get in fact. What I'll have to do is probably move this guy over that. I think there are 4 that way. And then what I can do is I
Stand
can
aside, boss. Don't get the...
do that. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Right, that should balance that out. 14, 14, 10, 10. Yeah, 4 and 4. Okay, so Kurokau to Pombo is working fine, and I promoted a lot of people, and I can still promote some more, because what do I need to keep these people for at Jornalero? I don't. So if I want to make as much money as I absolutely positively can, I need to try and promote them. And there's a boxing ring right there, so they'll get very happy. It will change things a little. So that's why things like the poncho donors and stuff changes, because these guys have different needs, and as the population changes in the property, it changes how much stuff they need. So you often find have to go back and rebalance. But in any case, production is good, finances are good. Not over 1,000, which would be nice, but it's not too bad. And we've got a couple of things that are on pause. We may need them. This in particular is expensive. I'm holding these things; they're pretty expensive. But that's oil, and it's critical, and we will need it, and we will start using it a lot eventually. We're not right now, but we will. This is
No
full
more
output
space here.
storage. Interesting. I'll keep an eye on that one. It might just be a glitch in the trade. Yeah, so there you go. So that's the new world. And the new world's looking pretty okay. I mean, this guy's... Where are we? Let's try again. There we are, 65. I mean, he's practically balanced out. And I was going to say, one of the things that has cropped up, and probably the veterans amongst you and the eagle-eyed amongst you already noticed this, but it's the newspaper. So the newspaper, which is here, and this is the editions starting with the latest edition, right the way through to your earliest editions all the way, right? This last one, somehow got out without me changing it. Now, this has a significant effect on your economy. It really does. -5 happiness and what's the other thing? Plus 10% consumption. So because their consumption went up by 10% and their happiness went down by 5, that really knackered my economy. Before the paper went out, I was at plus 6,000, and then the paper went out and I plummeted a lot. So the happiness is balanced out there with the plus 5 on the other side, but the consumption alone is a nightmare. So the paper actually, it isn't just schmaltz that happens in the background. It is critical that you deal with it, and it's critical that you pump as much into it as possible, because pumping as much influence into it as possible gets you considerably better results. That said, you need to get these things, because what I had before was I had a riot, not here, I don't think, in another island, and the cause of the riot was too much use of propaganda in the newspaper. So just be aware of that. You need to manipulate the newspaper, but you need to do it carefully. Don't go overboard. Don't just try and whack it up to plus 20% of everything, but do be aware that if you don't massage the newspaper articles, it really can cripple your economy. It can really cause problems. So just be aware of that. Anyway, back to the old world. we'll go back to Hen Berenga first, because actually not a lot has changed here. It was the last on my list of things to do, and I've been really working on trying to get the other places sorted so I can concentrate on Hen Berenga. I still haven't quite got enough concrete. Is my concrete factories working? They're not actually
Layer
working.
of dust is forming.
So that will be why
Start
I'm
the
not
machines.
getting anywhere with my concrete. But I did have to build another sewing machine factory, and I did have to promote a whole load of people and bring a whole load of things in and start the window manufacturer and start doing all the other bits and pieces. I don't have a weapons manufacturing factory here, or do I? But it's on pause. What are you? Are you weapons?
Hide the
No,
bottle.
you're a furnace. I don't have weapons. I better make some weapons. I think I was relying on it in the on the other island, and that situation has now changed. So let's get that in there, and that
I've
will.
just been delving into your heritage.
Yes, thank you, mulching. Um, yeah, so I haven't done a lot here. I've promoted some people. These people look like they want promoted as well, which is great because that means considerably more income, and especially if they're on these roads, which I've already gotten ready for electricity. When my electricity gets sorted, you people want to go up. You very definitely do. Um, the electricity travels further on paved roads. No, sorry. Didn't mean to promote you down. Meant to promote you up. There you go. And you probably won't go up again for a little bit. Sorry. It was somebody else's fault. It wasn't me. It was. There's this other guy just over there. His name's Dave. Deal to speak to Dave. Right. So did a bit of promotion. Padded out some more people because we definitely need a bigger town. Obviously, I've got the train track ready, connected to the port. There's a bit of a loop here so it can feed the existing. These are obviously saying that there
Formula
is
incomplete.
stuff missing because I am stealing all their glass. I should probably get that running.
Hold the machines.
So like I said, there's some. I haven't balanced some things over
Do
here.
not
There's
mind
some
your
stuff
jet
like
of
motor
steam.
assemblies and all that rest of it, which all needs to be sorted out. I've basically been doing everything everywhere else and sorting a few bits and pieces. When this is ready, we will get the electricity up and running, and these people will go happier again, and that will give our economy another little boost. And then we need to do a bit of balance. But in order to enable us to get all to that, I had to balance out the New World, which is now reasonably balanced, as you have seen, and I had to do this to Remidei. So I have gotten rid of all of the artisans, as I said I would. I've demoted all of them except one building.
Hail to
I
thee,
wondered where
high
that building was. It's like, is there another one? It says there's 24 of them. Where are you, you naughty little wabbit? Is there any more artisans, or is that just a hangover from something? Because I really tried to make sure that I got rid of them all. Are they? They're a little bit higher, aren't they? No, that's not it. Is it this one? Where are you? Is there any?
Watch your
What's
fingers,
this?
lads.
What's that? What's that? Sorry. Is that one? Aha! That's it. End of the artisans. Dun, 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 dun. Right. I thought I'd gotten rid of all of the artisans. I now have gotten rid of all of the artisans. Um, so I've pegged it all back and turned it all into workers. And as you can see, they're all relatively happy. In terms of finances, I can't balance it.
Ceasefire has ended.
Um, I didn't know they'd agreed to a ceasefire. I just can't balance this out. I have tried, and like I said, I think the newspaper's having a bit of an issue. We've obviously got a fire going on over here that's being attended, which is causing some issues. But I haven't been able to get this island to quite make itself work out. That said, there's still room to promote some of these farmers up to workers, which helps add some income, and all of that kind of stuff. So I mean, it took a fair bit of schmaltzing about to get this working, and you can still see that there's an excess of product and I need to, which is fine because that's in relation to beer, and I very much want an excess of beer. I'm trying to balance out supplying beer. We're probably short of planks. Is that what we're short of?
Fresh as a daisy here.
What are we short of? Planks. Yeah. So I want to promote some more people. I'll need to get the
We put our
the
love
lumberjacks
into
is
it.
working, and I thought I had. Did I get rid of it? Was it over here? Let me have a look, because I thought I kept one. Looks like I didn't. Looks like I didn't keep one. Well, that's alright. You can go there. So you can make some planks. Yeah, so I'm still balancing out. I really need this to be the production powerhouse for things like beer and schnapps, because I can't make schnapps anywhere else for a start, and I can't really get this amount of grain anywhere else. So I'm happy that I have an overabundance of that. And I think if I have a look here, 102 schnapps, so it's going up. And the grain also feeds the bread, so the bread is up, and the beer is way, way, way up. So I'm just gradually increasing the trade routes for beer to the New World, so that I can keep the New World happy, but also keep the Old World happy. So while we're on it, let's have a look at what beer we're shipping over to the New World from Remidei. So that is going to Curacao to Pombo. So I reckon we can probably up that to, let's say, 22. You'd be amazed at how even small changes like this make a big difference, because there's a lot of trades going on. You need to keep track of all of that stuff. That's going to Cruzamita. I think they're not doing so bad, but the Ice Edge is loaded up with stuff that I need to sort out, because that might be why I'm having issues. I need to find it. Every time I go looking for it, it's in between. And you can only ditch the entire cargo, and I don't want to ditch the entire cargo. Where is the Ice Age? There you are. Select and jump to ship. Where are you going? Ah, so he's just arriving back here. And why is he bringing sewing machines? Because surely Remidei doesn't have an excess of sewing machines. I'm going to follow this guy into port, and I'm going to make sure that all of this stuff gets offloaded, because I very definitely want to make sure that. Why not dock here, Slim Pickens? Is there a reason why you need? Where are you going? Oh, you're going to Remidei. Whoa, wait a minute. You don't need to go to Remidei. Well, that in itself is a problem right there. So whoa. Back up the bus here, mister.
Unfurl the sail.
You don't need to be moving stuff to Remidei, because they don't need it anymore. That's an artisanal
Route
need.
plotted.
That is not something that they need to be shifting. So let's sort this trade route out properly. Were you waiting on something? If you could, yeah, that's right. Right. So let's get rid of this stuff, shall we? Oh no, can we go back there? Ugh. Why are these
Awaiting new
menus
horizons.
so such a nuisance? Right. Remove, remove, remove. Right. Now let's have a look at this trade route. Cruzamita to Remidei. I don't even think I need it anymore. Just beer, really. They don't need rum. They don't need that. And they just need that, I think. What does Remidei have that they need other than beer? Nothing. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but beer. Remidei to Curacao. Beer. Remidei to Cruzamita. Right. Can you go now?
A new commission?
Yep. Go. You're on pause. You're now not on pause. Sorry, that's not the one I wanted. I want that one. Yeah, so she should be going fine. Hops, Remidei, Hamburger. He's probably run out of bricks. Run out of something. Nope. Everything seems fine. It's just being weird again. I probably can't load the full amount of bricks. Oh yeah, I've used up all of that. That's fine. What else does Remidei have that it doesn't need? That's an artisanal need. Well, it doesn't need that because that's a luxury good. So that can come back here. I've been clearing out Remidei's stores. That, yeah, I paused that because it was causing me a problem. What are they at with snaps now? They produce snaps pretty quickly. Yeah, 121.
We assist however we may.
Right, you can go again. And you should be loading up with beer. Yes, right, so that solves that problem. Just check these finances again. Right, where was I? Oh, yes, look, electricity. Right, there we go. Look at that. So that runs up that whole length pretty much all the way. Not quite all the way. Let me pave a bit more around this area and see if that helps. I don't know what the limits are on these clay roads and how they're affected by this, but it goes almost all the way. It almost reaches all of them. So I probably want to look at trying to reach, will it reach this back row? Because if I can reach this back row, I can promote them as well. And it goes up as far as about there. Will it go as far as there as well? It will go as far as there. So this whole back row can then be promoted, and they will get deliriously happy about the fact that they have elastic trickery, which will do my, you can see my finances are already getting a big boost. Now what happened there? Why is canned goods prohibited with these people? What's going on? These menus
It's
are,
only a half-life.
I didn't pause that. It's just these menus, man. They suffer from like lag. So once the game gets quite sizable, you select things but it doesn't seem to take effect, and then you're like, what the heck has just happened there? Right, so that's helped us. They've generated quite a bit of electricity. Goes all up this back row. Does it? Let's see if we can get it up this back row here, because it goes up here quite a ways. Will it go all the way? Won't quite go all the way. Wonder how far it went. Went to there. Yeah, okay. Alright, well we've fed a lot of these people with electricity, which is great, because then it means boomtown, boomtown. Which is great, great. And we can look at things like these people, obviously, right next door to it. So we're dropping our numbers down. We need to get some more goods. So there you go. So we've hit the electricity going here. He's gonna need a little bit more oil coming. So if we have a look at our trade routes for oil, we need to clear all the filters. You can't. The oil treats oil routes very differently. So we have two at the minute. We've got oil. We're loading at Hamburenge. Oh, you absolute turkey. We're loading here. And we're unloading here. Honestly, the penguin. So that is... The Prospero is picking up a full load from Coracao, and now the Penguin should be picking up a full load from Coracao, which is here. Storage, this good cannot be unloaded. Yes, I understand, but that's because you're picking it up. Where is the Penguin? None of these people, that is for sure. None of those. So, oh, I don't know where that ship is. In transit. It's just not there. Just, where is it? Where is my ship? Uh, honestly, I'm really confused with why can't I find my ship? I mean, what am I supposed to? How am I supposed to find my ship? It's not here. It's none of these. Um, so even if I ship to in transit, nope. Escorting, nope. Obviously not. On a trade route. Well, one imagines it's on a trade route.
I could simply go to press.
No, you won't simply go to press. I've just been talking about you. Now, that's better, you see. I don't need to do anything about that, and I'm going to get an awful lot more happiness. Um, and I'm going to get some, whatever that is, 50% reduction in riot. So the happiness affects my happiness, which affects my income. So that's fine. I'm happy to publish. Go nuts, donuts. It's all good. So anyway, the oil route is running. There is oil running. And this, while I did say that they would be happy that they are getting electricity, they haven't got electricity yet, because we currently apparently have 437 oil. Is there a reason why you can't? Oh, here he comes. There he goes, the little choo-choo train. Oh, it's because we're going slow. Let's zip him along. There's a little loop here that they can get past each other, so it shouldn't be a drama. It just takes time for the train to sort itself out. So we've got enough oil to do whatever it's doing. So he'll come in here. He'll go da 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 da. Train goes in. Oil production commences. Sorry, electricity production commences, and then they all get happy. There you go. So that's all well and good. So that takes us, in terms of finances here, up to 6,000, 7,000. We're doing well. For some reason, there's a $3,000 drag somewhere. It can't be this. It's 1,600, which is a drag, but it's not that much of a drag. Has one of those sneaky people stolen my shares? No. So, yeah, okay. $3,000 drag somewhere for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I had bought shares in one of Von Mulching's islands. Is it in the New World? I had bought shares in one of his islands. And he obviously bought it back again. I'm not buying any shares at less than 500,000. I really want 500,000 or more before I start buying shares. Right, so there you go, and that was like the last 2 hours. So it's taken me 2 hours to do all that, which is, I mean, it's micromanaging. Yeah, of course it is, but I mean the game is all about micromanaging. To be honest, it seems to be the state of affairs. So I've been micromanaging my situation, and they've left me alone. And I think this game anyway, certainly, unlike some of the other games that I have, that's minus 143, so that still hasn't quite balanced out. What's this one at? Oh, we got a problem here. Something going on. There's a shortage in something significant, and that's why
my struggles, boss.
that's why I'm losing money. But I think it's coming back again. So there you go. We've had a little blip on the radar with these people, but it'll sort itself out, I'm sure. What's that put my finances at? It's still in the black, so it's really just, it's a production related issue more than anything. Is any of my ships here on trade routes? Oh, where are my ships? Where are my oil ships? I'm seriously worried now. There they are. There's one of them. There's the Prospero, and there's the Penguin. So they're both in transit. They both seriously need escorts, to be honest. I don't know why they don't have escorts, and that's something I need to talk about as well, because with shutting down an awful lot of the work on Remidei, I've effectively shut down the shipyard. Not quite. It's still there. Where are we? That's not Remidei. Remidei's over here. So it's still there. So I can make one. Get some sales going. Where's the sale guy? He's over here. Right, that's going to mess with things for a little bit. But I need to make some sales, because I definitely can't have my oil tankers running around without escorts. Pretty sure they had escorts, which doesn't bode well. If they did have escorts, and now they don't have escorts. Diplomatically speaking, deterioration over time with these guys, which is fine, but they're leaving me alone. Like I say, uh, militarily, economically we're similar. Militarily, they're well ahead of me. Um, Zero chance. I don't have. I still have a ceasefire with her, and I still have a ceasefire with him for a few more minutes, which is keeping me. And I'm going to try and extend that. So there you go. That was a couple of hours worth of my time and some blither blather for me to get you up to speed with where I am. So the next things we are going to be doing is hopefully trying to sort out a bit more expansion on this.
Any
I think
redeeming qualities can't be seen for this.
yes, yes. So we've got to try and get some things going. It looks like we need to balance out some trade here. We need to make some things. Like I said, we're trying to make some guns so we can do a slightly better job of fortifying this island, I think, although we've got these flame things now. We need to look at the possibility of running another electricity plant somewhere. Um, there's space for a secondary track down here. There's space for a secondary track up this road, at least as far as here. So we could always look to do things like moving this church over somewhere and putting another electricity plant in the middle. But one of the things we obviously need to get is we need to get the light bulbs issue sorted here, so that we can get the engineers moving on, and so we can get to investors. So for this, it's essentially everything we've already got. Sand we can get, coal we can get, the filament factory we can make. I don't know what its inputs are. Filaments, I need to check on that. Glass we've got, and light bulbs is an amalgamation of obviously filaments and glass. So yeah, so that's the situation. So once we get that going, we can then look at getting all of these people happy, and then it's just a population number, and then we get to investors. And once we get to investors, we can start talking about the monument and building the monument. I'm not sure how many monument types there are. We built one before. We might see if there's a different one to build. But that's where we are. So this stage now for me is balancing out the main island, and once I've got the main island balanced out, is to increase the population and try and move these people along towards getting to investors. And I'm going to see about hopefully calling you in then. Isn't that fun? Tickety boo. So yeah, back to where we started. So 28 hours, 48 minutes. So that's not too bad, I suppose. I mean, again, I have no idea what this score is. Um, I have no idea. There's nothing in the red. So is that good? I have no idea. Pass. We got negative stuff, so I guess that's a thing. Oh, one other thing I forgot to say was obviously at Remidei, I got rid of the cultural stuff like the museum in the zoo. I do want to replace it over here. I will need to. I do believe I need to pick up the items from here and ship them across over here, which is fine. I will do that eventually, but I mean I do want to put them there. I'm not just. Is that what I mean?
I don't mind losing.
No, it's not. Yeah, anyway. So there you go. I probably waffled on long enough. Oh, what I was going to say was looking at these island shares. This is, I mean, obviously he's Archer's one, right? I mean, he's certainly the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Mulching has more islands there, but he has way more over here. Um, I mean, I'm hanging on, but they could easily crush me, but they don't. So this is the AI here is very forgiving. They don't try and crush you. So I think the game designers have realized that they're letting you catch up. Um, I have played other strategy games where the AI opponents are very good at advancing very quickly and very aggressive. Stellaris springs to mind as being one of those that can be quite challenging. And there are some other games that I have played. I put in way more hours than I put in Anno 1800, where it's always the first. There's a period. It's not the first. There's a period in the sort of central mid game where you end up with an awful lot of um, attacks by the AI, and they really pressure you very hard, and they really come on very strong.
Ship construction.
And this game doesn't have it, which is kind of good, but it also kind of, it gives me the time to do what I need to do, and then I guess there's this sort of, well, I could get to be successful to a certain point, and then I can start taking over these islands. Now, as I said before in the first season, the fastest way to take over an island is economically, not militarily. The problem with the islands is, even if we to go to, like, look at this. This is Schicksburg. So let's go and have a look at Schicksburg here, which is over here. And this is one of Von Mulching's normal islands. Hey, look at all these guns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's just on one side. Yeah, I mean, and he's got some guns, so you can't conquer the islands militarily. I don't see how you can do it. You would be throwing military ships at that relentlessly, and we don't have aerial support, so it's not like you can even air bombard it. There's just nothing you can do. There's no way. So the only way to win is economically. So when you think about that economically, like I've said before, I have 2 islands here and 2 islands in the New World, which is less than them, and I am almost on a par with them economically. So I am actually crushing them from an economic perspective, because each island that I have is way more economical than their islands. So they have big islands, but they are absolutely not making the best of them. They can't be possibly making the best of them. Look at the amount of space he has here. I mean, there's nothing there. Why isn't there people? There's no houses in there. You haven't, he hasn't made the best of his stuff. What is that?
I shall never be
A
completely
hunting
happy.
cabin, but there's nothing around here. So it's like he's got wide open space. This place should be rammed to the rafters with houses, and he hasn't. And he's done this. I'm going to put loads of cabins here and go around it and everything else, and that's all fine, tickety boo, whatever. But it's just simply not as economic as some of my islands, even though this one is still drag. Oh, it's net zero. Oh no, it's not. It's negative 1/650. I was going to say it can't be exactly net zero, surely. Um, anyway, I waffle on and I waffle on and I waffle on. So there you go. So we've got room to grow, we've got room to move, we've got room to do things, and these people are
Ceasefire
now
has
happy.
ended.
Oh, we've run out of rum. Um, but we still have lots and lots of things to do.
Ceasefire has ended.
So that will do it for now, and I will bring you back when I've sorted some things out, and depending on how far away it is, investors perhaps, when we're on the cusp of investors, bearing in mind that it could be 6 hours away. I mean, I didn't do too bad in 2 hours. It didn't take nearly as long as I thought it was going to take. So that's it. Do drop a like. Do subscribe. Do provide any feedback or comments or anything. This is a very popular series, judging from the amount of people who keep dropping in and watching it. So feel free to have any comments or thoughts or questions, or raise any issues or clarify any problems or anything else that you think. And and please subscribe. I'm desperately trying to get to 200. It's my next big goal, and I'm hoping to get to 200 really rather soon in the new year. So that's all for now. I will see you all again soon in 2024. Ta-ta!
PlayStation